Baby D, you want me to do the clock? Because you all fucked up today. You sure? Can you see? Your eyes open behind the shades?
She didn't even hit the button.
Baby D, are your eyes open behind the shades, Baby D?
Please.
We're standing in solidarity with you. For the people that can't see this and are listening, we all have on sunglasses because Demaris is feeling under the weather, not because of natural causes, but because of things she caused herself with alcohol. So yeah, we're standing in solidarity, all wearing sunglasses. It's the Hangover cast.
Baby D,
I feel great, but
why would you do that to yourself, Baby D?
You don't even understand how this really isn't my fault. Like it really isn't my fault. Sorry.
It's okay. Use your vowels.
When I come in here hungover of my own accord, I take responsibility, burgers and bottles, shit like that. When I got drunk against my will, when I really didn't want to, now I'm just pissed. Well, I'm here.
We should press charges.
How does one get drunk against their will?
Bro, I got drunk on Saturday. That was my will. I willed that, whatever. I was hungover all day Sunday. That. Mind you, Sunday, I'm fucked up. I don't feel good. I'm like, I promised my friend Allison that I would take her to Pergola because she just graduated nursing school.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations, sir. Promised her I would take her. I'm like, I'm just going to fight through, take you to Pergola. Alex comes, right? Y'all know Alex, same person that got me kicked out the Ice Spice show. We're at Pergola. Shots start coming. They like, yo, we just gonna go to the club for an hour. How? Why are we going to the club for an hour? We're at dinner. It's a Sunday. We have families. You see what I'm saying? It's about to be Christmas. It's presents under the tree. Mm-hmm. Why the fuck is we going to the club for an hour?
Never heard you speak that way before.
That's fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly,
I'd like to hear Alex's side of this entire thing, Miss Eddie Haskell, because for some reason, it's always her fault.
It's literally always her fucking fault. Mm-hmm. It's always her fault. So, next thing you know, it's 6 of us, and there's 3 bottles of Ace of Spades and 3 bottles of Don Julio coming toward us.
Oh, well, that's
6
what
of
did
us.
It. Champagne and tequila, yeah. That's why you feel this way.
I feel like shit. So, that's that.
The fact that Pergola is not enough and you need more is crazy. To me, Pergola's a club.
No, that was just the opening. I'm going to go get a family. I've decided that I need someone to be accountable to. I need somebody to answer to. I'm going to have a kid and get married and have a family.
Okay.
Because I can't keep.
No. What happened to the kinder man shit? I'm cheat first, I don't cheat back.
Yeah.
Bust first, I don't bust back. Nigga, nope, man. And what happened to all of that? Don't go get a family now. Now she want a family to settle down. She want kids.
Man, that hangover will clear about 5:30.
Yeah, Baby D, you ain't fooling nobody. Baby D going to shake ass tonight.
Yeah.
She going to be in the spot tonight. If not tonight, definitely while y'all hearing this on Tuesday night. She'll be in the club somewhere shaking ass. Don't let Baby D fool you. She just hurt. She on the IR right now, injured reserve, sprained ankle. She got a sprained ankle. She gonna ice her ankle. She'll be back ready for game 2 tomorrow night. Don't worry about it.
I kind of feel like the guy that missed the car to the robbery and they all got caught and now they're all doing 15. Because I was supposed to go.
Oh, that's called something else.
What is that?
The rat. The rat.
We all got locked up. You didn't show up.
I mismanaged my time and I missed
you
meeting spot.
You didn't see You didn't see when he was like, yo, where you was at? Why you ain't make it? You was busy telling. You gave him drop the dime.
In The Sopranos, when Tony B went to jail for like 20 years for a robbery and Tony was supposed to be there, but he had like a panic attack and passed out. And then he said 2 black guys robbed him. That's why he couldn't make it.
Oh, that sounds like Jesse Smollett, right? Something just like him.
I was going to come, but I was robbed on the train.
I just want to shout out Eden, who still works with Rand Media, contrary to popular belief.
We were shooting here yesterday.
Once people no longer work with us, we think that they no longer. And some people still work with Rand Media. He does this thing where he goes when he comes in here when I'm not here, and he leaves me little sticky notes. So Eden, I want to say
that's your naughty elf with
yeah. He left me a Wong Fu with a heart and a bow through the heart.
Oh, you guys have inside jokes?
Well, because Eden, he does his podcast. I forgot the name of it. Is it like Boricuas and movies or something like that?
I didn't want to say it, but
Cinema Poppies. The shout out to the Cinema
I'm gonna go on. We talked about doing training.
Yeah, I did too.
Boricuas and movies.
So I am gonna do Eden's Cinema Poppies.
Call it Gasolina.
Eden, I'm gonna do your Cinema Poppies episode. But Eden thought that I was gonna do the movie Tu Wong Fu.
Okay, got you. I went easy on training day.
John Leguizamo, but I told him I wanted to do Hanging with the Homeboys, another John Leguizamo movie. So this weekend he was like, yo, we're going to do Wong Fu. I was like, but that's not the movie I wanted to do. And I asked Ed and I said, are you sure you want me to come on your podcast and talk about the movie Wong Fu? We will be canceled.
You're Puerto Rican though.
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. So, shout out to John Leguizamo. But I was like, I don't know.
Eden got in trouble. Apparently he's not Puerto Rican.
No, Eden's not Puerto Rican.
No. John is not Puerto Rican.
John Leguizamo's not Puerto Rican?
I believe
There's no way.
Ed went viral for explaining that he's been lying about being Puerto Rican for his entire career.
Way John Leguizamo's not Puerto Rican. I think that's what Ed was
telling me yesterday, and we can fact check it. I'm cool with a slow opener so Demaris can get her footing. Yeah, so Ed went viral.
John Leguizamo's Colombian and American?
Ed went viral on his podcast explaining this to people. And apparently, like, his team even reached out and was like, yo, take that clip down.
John Leguizamo's people?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
John Leguizamo is not Puerto Rican?
Blew my mind.
Oh my God. Yeah, so I don't know, Ed, and I don't know if you want me to do your podcast on my Wong Fu. I don't know if you want to be canceled or not, but I got a lot of things I would like to talk about the movie Wong Fu.
Yeah.
I think in 2025 it can be 2026.
Very progressive.
Very progressive. I think we can have a very, very progressive But Ed, thank you for my sticky note.
Yeah, Ed and I were in here on a Sunday. We were shooting Gerald Prince Miller's podcast. Shout out to Prince. We shot an episode with him and Kenneth Supreme McGriff's son, which is out now. It was a fucking amazing conversation of two family members around the holidays, chopping it up. Prince maybe disciplining him a bit for some of his actions.
Some of his antics.
His antics in the past.
Some of his antics.
Shout out to Kyle, who we've had on the show before.
Shout out to Kyle, man. Kyle, stay out of trouble, man. Stay out of trouble.
Yeah, but check out Gerald Prince Miller's podcast that Mo and I are producing. So we were in here on Sunday with Ed and shooting that. We had a good time.
Dope.
And it was too much time to kill to go meet Demaris, because Demaris set a reservation for 10 p.m. When you start your night at 10 p.m., this is how you come to work.
See, Baby D,
if we did 6:30, I would have been there.
Baby D, when you hang out with me, you don't feel like that the next day, right? You have good food, good drinks, and you.
I hung out with you one time in my entire life.
That's it. But that's all you can remember. Now at my funeral, you could talk about that one time we went to dinner and how you had a great time and you wasn't hungover the next day, right?
Sure.
There you go. Bow. We are back, Rory.
Yes. Instead, I was in your neck of the woods. Well, not where you live, but I was in Harlem. I went up there just pass some turkeys out.
In Harlem?
Yeah, last night. Instead of going out to Pergola with
who was you handing out turkeys with in Harlem?
I just went to go see Austin and his mom.
Oh my God.
But went to Charles, is it Charles Soul Food, whatever that is? Right on 4th. Oh my God.
When they go in there, they yell your order?
Food. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. Charles Chicken? Is it Charles?
Yeah, something like that.
Charles Pan Fried. Yes.
Oh man.
Had a good time?
Some of the best green beans I've had in a long time.
Yeah, Charles. Shout out to Charles Pan Fried.
Yeah, it was great.
If you're in Harlem, stop by.
Yeah.
Let them yell at you for a little bit.
Yeah.
Great food.
It woke me up.
Yeah, great food.
But for me, what club did you guys end up going to after Pergola?
It's called Code. It's in Astoria.
Oh, y'all was in Stiami. Wow. Y'all went to Stiami?
Pergola to the Sty?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about it, Baby D. Expound on your night.
You're committed when you go from the city to Astoria and you don't live in Astoria. That's a commitment.
What you mean?
So what they play? What are they playing in the younger clubs?
I don't know. It was I lost my voice screaming, I'm a boss.
She gonna call me baby,
and you know what pisses me off? Screaming, I'm a boss. I'm 32, 31. That song came out when I was like 21. Why have I been screaming the lyrics to I'm a boss for 10 years? Like, I need to reevaluate
It's a
my fucking life.
I ain't screaming I'm a boss when you got to be to work in the morning. It's funny. That we don't never talk about that. Screaming I'm a boss on the couch at 1 a.m.
has to be there too,
when you got to be at work in the morning. I'm a boss. No, you're gonna be late. That's what you want. You might want to get home and get in bed right now is what you want to do.
That's a screamable song though. That was a good era of Meek screamable songs. Outside of the intro, I'm a boss. What's when he's fucking Shorty in the bathroom? She's screaming out, I'm coming.
House Party,
screamable song. Meek had some classic screamables.
Meek's a screamer, so
10.
pause, but...
Yo, I'm about to say, how you know that? How you know that about Rameek?
He screams.
Okay.
So he makes screamable music because he's screaming in all his music.
Yeah. Like, rapping along.
That's very true. We are back, sponsored by Boost Mobile, unlimited talk, text, and data, Rory, if you didn't know that.
I did not. Thank you for telling me.
Merch is on sale. Got some merch left. And patreon.com/New Rory and Maul for everything New Rory and Maul behind the scenes. You can see what we do. Had them conversations that we don't really want to have on the public airways because that's not for everybody.
True. And it's the 23rd now. I know some of you have not gotten a single Christmas gift or any shopping done. So I don't know, maybe give someone Patreon for a month.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool little stocking stuffer. Maybe we make those cards that you see, they got the Applebee's one, Home Depot. They put them like in Dwayne Reed's.
Yeah.
We should get like the New Rory and Maul Patreon card.
Yeah.
That you could gift someone. Except we don't tell Dwayne Reed. We just put them
on there?
Like we just stick them on there in front of Applebee's. Maul, I may mess this up, so please, everyone, correct me. I do want to give the rundown of the holiday schedule. Happy holidays to everyone. Of course, you're listening to this on Tuesday, but we will be off for our Thursday and Friday episode because we will be celebrating Jesus' alleged birthday. And then we'll be back next Tuesday, and then we're off for New Year's Eve, and then we are back at the top of January 6th. We will be back.
All right, Rory, so what are you doing for the holidays? What's the plans?
This is where
Is Amara going to run you amok?
Actually, Hardy does. This is where I used to love Thanksgiving and Christmas being so close to each other, holiday season. But when you host, this back-to-back thing is going to be, I'm not ready. I'll say that. Like, I'm going to rush out of here just to go clean my entire house that's still dirty from Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So.
Everybody coming over?
Yeah.
All right,
It'll just be a repeat of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But,
good times, man.
We'll see.
Enjoy the time with the family. Baby D, what you doing? You going home?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you for that.
I'll drive back down tomorrow.
You drive back down to Syracuse?
Yep.
Okay.
Drive down to Syracuse. Okay.
Down to Syracuse.
Yeah. Well, up. Yeah, so man, okay.
Baby, sometimes I drive up to Atlanta.
Drive down to Syracuse. Let me know when you get there if you drive down to Syracuse. Let me know when you get to Virginia.
That's what Christopher Columbus said. I'm going to drive on over to India.
Yeah, I'm going to drive to India. I know.
Drive over there. Well, you do anything to be in the South? Up north? What's
I'm going to go see the fam.
I know you're not buying nobody shit.
I'm going to go see the fam. I mean, my nephew, the kids get stuff. But I'm going to go see the fam, spend some time with them. And I may or may not take a vacation just solo, just to kind of just reset for the 2026.
I hear that.
That's it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that. That'd be nice to do.
I think I want to bring in the new year on the beach at midnight.
That'd be cute.
And then watch the sunrise.
Is it like really expensive? I've never done a New Year's outside of the city. Like, does it cost more?
It can be. It depends on where you go. It can be.
What if I want to just like go to DC?
Fire.
That's just some random shit.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay. That's cool too. Get a nice hotel room in DC.
Yeah, that could be kind
just chill for New Year's. Yeah. That'd be dope.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any New Year's plans. I mean, Demaris will be pregnant and married by then. Mm-hmm. So
by New Year's? Mm-hmm. All right. That's what's up.
Going back to Q's, gonna get a homegrown fella.
Homegrown.
a nice local.
I'm cool.
That she went to middle school with.
Homegrown fella. You cooking Baby D for Christmas?
I usually do seafood for Christmas.
The 7 fish? She knows about the 7 fish.
Italian of you.
The 7 fishes. She knows. You know the 7 fishes, Baby D.
I only do like 3 fishes though. Like shrimp, crab legs,
shrimp is a
lobster.
fish. That's what's up.
Okay.
Yeah.
She just named 3 things that are not fish. She said shrimp, crab legs, and what?
Lobster.
All right, so what about the 3 fish?
All right, so now name the 3 fishes that you cook.
Talking to hungover people is hilarious.
Said, I'm going to do the 3 fishes, shrimp, crab legs, and lobster. That's not fish. Yo, Baby D is so hungover right now.
No pork in my Christmas, but it'll be bacon there. You know.
Nobody told you to go fucking drink Ace of Spade and Don Julio. Look at you. Now you a mess. Look at you.
What else y'all had in the section? That's a lot of bottles for 3 young women.
You know.
You know. No, we don't know.
No, I don't know.
Y'all had 6 bottles and it was 3.
You know how that be. That's why I'm hungover. We had to drink all that. That's why I'm hungover.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. As long as everybody made it home safe and everybody's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Alex had to get up and when you drunk and like I don't have, people say I don't have a real job and I get so angry. Like, this is a real job, but like, I can come in here at 12 o'clock hungover and it's funny. Anything I do other than like die makes this podcast better. Like anything.
How would you pass away?
Oh, for alcohol poisoning?
Oh, that's not funny.
That's not, no. But like.
People passing away isn't funny, but there are funny ways that people have passed away.
Like what? Name a funny way that somebody's
I'm not even going down that.
No.
Maybe on Patreon we get into it. Top 10 funniest ways people die.
I would love top 10 funniest ways you can die. That sounds like a clip.
Yeah, but no, for
Touching
real.
A
like
pufferfish.
Right.
Dumbass snorkeling retreat.
I can come in here and y'all will just laugh at me. Like me being drunk, y'all just laugh at me. Me get my heart broken, y'all just laugh at me. Like if like anything that happens to me is lore. If I go to jail, it's all funny.
Yeah.
My friends have like real jobs. Like Alex is building a jail right now. Like she got to put outlets in a jail.
She's building a jail.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a Democrat. Go ahead.
Like privatized? Prison?
No, she's an electrical engineer. But yeah, like imagine trying to do some working out electricity, drawing and shit while you drunk. I could never do no shit like that.
Yeah, that's a job you got to be alert.
Can you imagine being a prison inmate and thinking electrical engineers come in and Alex show up and you've been locked up for 10 years?
Chill, bro. Just chill. Relax. Calm down. He trying to get canceled already.
Wait, what's canceled for what? Anytime there's even a big female CO, the inmates go crazy.
Yeah.
I think a bad electrical engineer, they'd be calm.
No, they definitely would not be calm.
Jesus.
It'll be pandemonium on that tier for sure.
Well, on Saturday night into Sunday, my phone was blowing up with more congratulations, and I'm thinking, oh, people are getting some of the Netflix news a little late. You know, they read the article, this and that. No, everyone was congratulating me on being the new morning show host of Hot 97.
You're the new morning show host of Hot 97?
You too.
No, you too.
Me?
Yeah.
I've never spoken to nobody.
I'll see you at 5 a.m.
I've never spoke to nobody from Hot 97.
You have side ventures.
Well, let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
Let's start, I want to say Friday. Hot 97 announced a coming soon image with 3 individuals, and I'm not here to shit on these people the way everyone else did in New York, but we're just not familiar with who these 3 people are, to be quite honest. And they could be very talented. Rondell Smith, Lana Harris, and I don't know if this is a playoff, like a million, whatever.
Okay, is this real?
Okay, everyone assumed that this meant they were taking over the morning show, which everyone just started shitting on me in the comments. See, this is why the show is not fucking valid. Rory just be making shit up. Well, let's start with the actual words that I did say, because I know you guys always ignore the words that were said.
Yeah.
And just go with what you assume you heard. Mm-hmm. I had spoken to the person that was in negotiations. I don't know if they're taking the gig.
Right.
But I thought it made sense for Hot to reach out to them. Mm-hmm. Also, if you read what Hot 97 posted, it says the new Hot 97 hosts. They have cleared house on so much shit. It does not say the morning show host whatsoever.
Right.
But then Flex put a bunch of crying emojis under it. And now I'm really fucking confused on what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
So then come Saturday, I get a DM from a YouTuber that was sent an email from somebody that I will obviously not say their name, but a former employee of who bought Hot 97? iMedia?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they bought it from Emmis. She was a former employee there. During the layoffs, she was let go, but she still had all the emails of the potential hosts and what they would be offered for a 3-year deal. We were on there at $1 million. I'm not sure if they were saying $1 million for 3 years,
$1 million for
or $1 million each year if you take a 3-year deal. Now, I am not shaming anyone's salary whatsoever. I've been dead broke. I want to make sure I'm not coming across as that. But if you are on a W-2 in New York City and New York State, after taxes, $1 million split twice, city tax, state tax, federal tax, you could be a manager at Chipotle and make that shit in 3 years.
Yeah, that's a fact. But this is all.
And then y'all got split it in half.
Yeah. So what's up?
Nothing. Nothing is up at all. This is all news to me. I had no idea about this.
Some people on there, Gay P from On the Radar, SO and Heineken, Armand Wiggins. Just a bunch of people that Media Co. was looking at. I can speak for myself. I have not spoken to one person from Hot 97. Nobody's reached out. I have no idea the validity of this entire thing. But I mean, it's a podcast, so we can have fun. I don't know if that mill's getting it done, bro.
What will be the price? Because I know how much
that on the air.
I know how much y'all value. What will be the starting price? I know how much y'all value like your.
Well, I know my first question would not actually be the price. It would be, what are you expecting of Maul and I at Hot 97? What is this true commitment? Am I Flex where I have to wear the brand on my forehead for the rest of my life and dedicate everything I have to this morning show? Or am I showing up for 4 hours every morning and getting the job done and just getting good ratings and then going about my merry way? That's what I would want to know. Like, what are you really expecting out of a morning show co-host right now?
But even that, you don't want to do that shit. We were just talking about how that shit takes up your entire life.
I mean, yes, but we were also saying as podcasters, we can relate that we already can't get a fucking day off or go on vacation or see our families or, you know.
No, we can.
We're literally doing it this weekend.
I'm up at 4 a.m. anyways with Amara. Like, shit, I could just go there for a few hours and walk over here.
That's too much.
Listen, I wouldn't mind having health insurance.
Fair. That's fair.
I don't know if
Sometimes it's cool to be an employee.
I don't know if I want to talk that much.
Oh, no, you just repeat the tapes.
Yeah,
It was a bad pitch for them to hire us.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to talk that much though.
I mean, you know, there's breaks in between. You think they'd let me DJ?
Why not?
Because they have DJ.
Yeah, but I mean, we create a playlist, no?
Probably.
I'm sure they
There's
will want
program
you to.
directors.
Yeah.
And first of all, morning radio is, you just got to play the hits.
That's
over
it.
and over. People don't even want to
Play the jams.
Don't play a new song, which you are feeling.
So
that
it's
day.
really not that bad if you think about it. If you just allow, this is my first time hearing it, so this is just all just us joking and having fun with this. I've never heard about Hot 97 thinking of Rory and myself at all. But if they wanted us to do the morning show, I would sit in there and I would say, okay, but how are we doing it? Are you gonna let us do it our way?
Exactly.
Because if it's just music and us just talking shit in between the songs, it's not that bad.
That's kind of my point. I would ask, what are you looking for from us besides just get the ratings at a certain
Let us
way?
create the playlist. Let us have fun, talk shit a little bit. And, but...
Y'all curse so much, though. I don't know about radio for y'all. Y'all curse so much.
I don't have to curse.
Yeah.
Okay, try it for the rest of the episode.
Okay. Are you going to get me angry?
Baby D, I don't curse that much, though. You think I curse a lot when I speak?
Yes.
We all curse more than...
You're not a hard you're not a hard swearer, though. Like, me and Rory are hard swearers. Like, we swear like...
Trying to get better.
It's bad. But you just say curse words like in passing. So you do curse often, but it's not... It doesn't feel like you're cursing because there's not so much aggression behind it. Me and Rory are like, fuck people. Like, that's our favorite curse word.
Oh, yes, he knows.
Yours is like shit.
The
Ours is like,
FCC
fuck.
would take that $1 million salary pretty quick.
Yeah, but I can clean that up for the right price.
Oh, no, I think I
For the right
I easily could, too.
Oh, for the right price?
Having a curse price and a non-curse price.
I got a curse.
Like, I got to be able to say
I got a curse fee and I got a non-curse fee. Yeah, absolutely.
Also, like, the way radio has changed in digital, like the way Breakfast Club dominated on YouTube and socials throughout the last decade, are they looking for that? Because that takes a lot, not a budget just for co-hosts, but for digital people, program directors, producers, like that takes a lot as well. That's not just being there for 4 hours. Mm-hmm. We got to do hour-long format interviews as well as the radio. Mm-hmm. So to me, that's not like I'm not in and out of there 5 to 9. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to stay there. That's why I'm saying that price doesn't get it done.
Yeah, that price definitely wouldn't get it done. Even though that we've never spoke to anybody, nobody ever approached us about that. So I'm not sure where this came from. But yeah, that number would definitely not. I'm gonna just put that out. That number would not get it done.
I think shout out to our brothers Esso and Heineken. They would be great, but if Demaris thinks we'd have to curve some of our point of view and some of our language, Esso and Heineken up there would be the FCC's dream. I think they do a great job, but they would have to do the same thing with us, with curb how we speak about certain things. Mm-hmm. They'd be great, but I still think the person that I had mentioned last week that was in negotiations is still the best fit, even seeing this list.
I do too.
So, I mean, I hope that works out. Still in negotiations in that regard, but yeah, apparently we're the new hosts. We got to check with Netflix if this is okay, but yeah, I mean, I'll see you at 4 a.m. on January 1st.
Let's do it. I'm looking forward to it, man. Speaking of Netflix, Rory, this weekend was a big weekend on Netflix.
It was.
Friday night, Netflix, Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul, the fight that we've all been, I guess we were waiting for. We thought it was going to be Tank, but then it had to pivot to Anthony Joshua. Bless you, baby D.
Thank you, sorry.
I think it was throw up. I don't think that was a sneeze.
Was that throw up? You threw up over there, baby D? It's all right. Don't worry about it. We got somebody to clean that up. So the Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul fight was Friday, Rory. And everybody had their, apprehensions going into it. Is this fixed? What is it going to, baby D? What was that? I don't even know what that was. Did that come out your mouth or your ass, baby D? Which one was that? Was that a sneeze, cough, or fart? Which one was that? It's all kind of gas is happening right now, baby D. Are you okay?
Okay.
You all right? All right, now. I'm going to try this one more time. Anthony Joshua.
Jake Paul.
And Jake Paul, Friday night on Netflix. Exclusively on our new home, Rory. Our new partners, Netflix. So the fight happened, and going into it, me and Peeje was talking, all week. I was like, man, I don't know. Jake Paul might get killed. He might get hurt. There's no way. But then I was apprehensive because I was like, this is Anthony Joshua's biggest payday. Baby D, you okay?
Yeah.
You all right? Good? This is Anthony Joshua's biggest payday. Mm-hmm. And we all knew, obviously, Anthony Joshua was the toughest opponent that Jake probably got into the ring. I mean, he fought Mike Tyson, but an older Mike Tyson.
Anthony Joshua is some of the toughest opponents that a professional boxer.
Yeah. So, but Anthony Joshua's taken a couple losses in the real boxing world. Mm-hmm. He's taken a couple losses. He's kind of, people are like he's not the fighter that he once was. So, the Jake Paul fans felt like this was a safe fight for Jake. They felt like, okay, Anthony Joshua took a couple losses. It's like this is the perfect time. Let me first say salute to Jake Paul for even taking this fight, for even getting into the ring. I think Jake Paul has proven that he's not afraid to fight anybody. He's proven that he's one of the greatest marketers. He's proven that he's one of the greatest promoters. He's definitely the greatest promoter when it comes to women's boxing that I think we've probably seen. So shout out to Jake Paul for that alone. There's not many people that would be willing to get in the ring with Anthony Joshua if they weren't quote unquote real boxers.
For $100 million, I get my ass whipped by Anthony Joshua. Break my jaw.
Yeah. No, 100%. So the fight happened.
I respect that Jake Paul has built himself in a position as a good fighter, marketer, to even, no one would put that offer on the table. For no one's, Netflix, Rory, Anthony Joshua.
Right.
I might make the Hot 97 salary, but...
Yeah, but Jake Paul's obviously worked himself into a position where the money to draw is huge. It's a huge name, huge brand, and a lot of people tuned in to watch it. But I think what happened is what most people thought was going to happen. Jake Paul was going to get hurt. He was going to get knocked out. I will give him credit. He didn't go to sleep. He just got his jaw broken 2 places and wasn't able to. His corner was like, that's it. The ref was like, yeah, let's just stop before Jake gets seriously hurt.
Yeah, I was waiting for 6ix9ine's rendition of Through the Wire to get the canvas, but I didn't know 6ix9ine was still around.
Yeah,
that was like the biggest shock.
He's streaming.
Okay,
he's doing the stream thing.
All right. Yes. Do I give Jake Paul credit for getting the ring? Of course, respect it. You have for sure. This is the first time we've seen Jake Paul go against somebody where he had a significant physical difference.
Yeah.
Or age difference. He's always kind of had the upper hand, who he was fighting, no matter what. Mm-hmm. Anthony Joshua is probably the perfect, physically fit boxer currently right now. Mm-hmm. As far as height, reach, knowing how to move at 6'6" like that quickly and smoothly is very difficult.
Yeah.
I'd be shitting my pants. I was like, damn, I didn't know he was that big. Like getting in that ring, I would probably shit my pants. So I give Jake Paul credit there. I'm not gonna give a bunch of credit to somebody for running for 5 rounds and grabbing legs.
Yeah,
he got 1 or 2 shots where I was like, all right, cool. I think, AJ's just trying to get him to get his hands down. That's why he let that 1 shot go.
Yeah,
but it was boring.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
The knockout was incredible, but the first 3 rounds were some of the worst ref boxing I've ever seen in my entire life. Mm-hmm. They were even giving penalties to AJ. Was like, dog, this guy's tackling his legs. What is he supposed? Even the announcer towards the end was like, guys, that's not his fault. You can't have a point taken away.
Well, the ref
because
said
someone is hanging on his leg.
Well, the ref said that. The ref said, people didn't pay to see this, so please stop. But listen, at that point, I think Jake Paul realized, damn, I'm not. First of all, my wind is not as up as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of, running, dancing in the ring. My cardio is not what I thought it was going to be.
It was the whole fight.
Yeah. And then, he landed one on Anthony Joshua that I think he might have felt like would have shook anybody else a little bit. And once he saw Anthony Joshua just walk through that like nothing had happened, I think at that point, Jake Paul knew, all right, I'm outmatched physically. I can't do nothing with this guy. Let me just not die here tonight.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, it became clear that Jake Paul was in flight mode.
I give him credit for taking the knockout, because when he was knocked down right before that in that round, he could have stayed down.
Yeah.
I respect that, because I know he couldn't see. Yeah. I know his brain he got into survival mode where his brain just was carrying his legs wherever the fuck they were going to go.
Yeah.
And he sat there to take a shot that broke his jaw in 2 places. So I respect that after he was grabbing the legs and doing all that shit and making it a boring fight, he got up to go get knocked out. Like, he could have stayed down. Mm-hmm. So I respect that he gave us the show.
Yeah.
And got up to get knocked the fuck out.
He got his jaw broke for the brand.
He did.
He got his jaw broke for the brand.
Just so he could stick his tongue out and make a t-shirt.
Yeah, he spit out blood. Man. You know, that's part of it. That's part of the allure. You know, it's not it's not fake.
Yeah.
It's not rigged. My jaw's really broke. I'm really spitting up blood. You know, that's part of it, just to prove to people that I'm really in this ring, really taking shots, and it's not scripted. So I don't know what this does to Jake Paul's brand moving forward. I don't know if Jake Paul gets back in the ring and fight after this.
He definitely does.
I don't know if people are going to want to see it, though.
I think
you get what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know if people are going to... People have been waiting for him to get beat, waiting for him to get knocked out. It happened. I mean, who do you go... unless... And I think it would have been worse with Tank, because Tank is faster than Anthony. He's not as strong as Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
He's faster. He hits hard. You know, I think the loss would have been worse with Tank. So does he go back and fight Tank after this?
I think that would be the play if they can all get on the same page and Tank can... Because again, we really don't know what happened behind the scenes with that. Yeah. We could take Jake Paul's word for it, but...
There's other guys, obviously, you could put Jake Paul versus and it's a draw.
Well, he said it's going to take some time. He's going to take a year, but I still think people are going to tune in for Jake Paul. But we talked a few episodes ago, like, the allure is starting to come off a little bit no matter what. Like, things are always going to start to plateau, but people are still going to tune in with Jake Paul.
I mean, listen, man, if they don't, he's made a lot of money. His promotion company has promoted some really good fights. Shout out to Alicia Baumgartner on defending her belt. I think she's, you know, what she's doing on the women's side is great for the sport. So I think Jake Paul is going to probably move more into just promoting full time than actually being the draw and being the talent. But listen, you never know. If there's somebody out there that they feel like they can get another big bag for, then, you know, Jake Paul's obviously proven that he'll get in the ring with anybody. So salute to Jake Paul and his team for putting together another great fight night on Netflix. Now, after the fight ended...
Well, I just want to ask, did you think it was going to go more than one round? Because that was what a lot of people were saying.
Yeah.
It was a win for Jake Paul because it went...
I thought it was going to go 3 rounds.
Do you think Anthony Joshua held back a bit so we could get a fight?
Yeah, he definitely held back. I mean, Anthony Joshua could have went in there and he could have put Jake Paul away in the first round if he wanted to. Anthony Joshua is, you know, light years ahead of Jake Paul in any fight ring. But I think that was part of it. He wanted to kind of just dance around a little bit and exchange punches here and there. But after a while, it got to a point where Anthony Joshua was like, all right, enough is enough. Let me just go ahead and get this night over with.
But even then, though, like, I feel like Anthony Joshua, he probably thought about knocking him out in the first round, but Jake was running around everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, it's like sometimes when you play spades with somebody that doesn't know how to play spades, it fucks up how the game goes, and they may even win just because they're not playing the right way. It's fucking up how the game goes. That's how Jake Paul was in that fight.
Jake Paul
it may have went longer because AJ really couldn't have knocked him out because he wasn't boxing.
Jake Paul had
like
no
you
chance.
Can't knock someone out that's not boxing.
Jake Paul had no chance in this fight.
Oh no, of course not. I'm saying maybe it went the distance because he wasn't boxing. He was running and grabbing legs. Like, you can't knock that person out.
Well, yeah, I mean, Anthony caught up to him.
You got a box to get knocked out.
He caught up to him when it was time. He's, you know, that right hook was the Netflix, you know, da-doom. That's what Jake Paul heard.
Please. And just dead silence after that.
Yeah, all Jake Paul heard was, "Are you still fighting?" You know that shit, Paul? Like, are you still watching? Are you still fighting? Like, Jake Paul didn't want no more of that. You saw his face. He was like, "Ooh!" He knew his shit was broke. Yeah. One thing about it, you know when something snapped, and it's like, that was. I've never heard my face do that before. I don't know what that sound was, but it wasn't good.
And also in the interview, that's why I fuck with Jake Paul. He's like, I think my jaw is broken. Then stop talking.
Nah, I mean, he was letting it be known. Like, that's part of it. That's part of, like, listen, this is not fake. I really got hit. My jaw is really broke. That's part of the brand. To show people that it's not scripted the way they think it is.
What's not your favorite or best knockouts? What are some of the funniest knockouts to you? Because I even think Jake Paul has one of those with Nate Robinson.
No, that wasn't funny. I was scared for Nate.
No, of course. I mean,
yeah,
yes,
I thought Nate
once he was okay, it was a funny knockout.
Yeah.
It was a very funny knockout. Manny Pacquiao, because they memed up every Michael Jackson, Manny, are you okay? Are you okay, Manny? Like, that was one of the funnier knockouts.
Zab Judah, was it Ricky Hatton?
Yeah.
Was Zab did the stanky leg? Yeah, that was a funny knockout.
It wasn't funny, but it was kind of funny. What was who was Mayweather fighting when the ref didn't call time and Mayweather was like, well, all right. I mean, it wasn't funny per se, but it was kind of fucking funny. Floyd Mayweather and Victor Ortiz, when he headbutted him and he thought that the ref had called time, and Floyd was like, there's no time, so I'm gonna just clean knock you out when you're just standing there.
Yeah, protect yourself at all times.
Yeah, listen, they gave Floyd a lot of shit about that, but it's a fight. But if nobody calls time, like, I'm not gonna punch you.
Oh, this Nick Young Minicon fight was, I don't know what Nick was doing. Nick went completely out the ring. I don't know what caused Nick to want to do this, but he had fun, I guess. Fun night, right?
Yeah,
go in there, get a work in, get a little sweat in. It's all good.
Get the pen working.
Yeah, good to get the pen working again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Maul, I know all you want for Christmas and for New Year's, for that matter, is the all-new iPhone 17 Pro.
It's happening.
You've been talking about it for the entire year. It's happening now.
It's happening now, Christmas time.
Is that because it's designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever?
No, that's because I don't have to worry about traffic. They'll come to my house.
Holiday traffic at that.
There you go.
That's some good news. When you order a new phone online with Boost Mobile, to send an expert to your home or work to deliver your brand new iPhone 17 Pro and get you set up on Boost Mobile within minutes. Demaris, that's no hassle.
Visit boostmobile.com to get started. Delivery available for select devices. Purchased at boostmobile.com. Terms apply.
Maul, the holiday season is here, which means sports. You have a lot of good NBA, a lot of good college football. NFL holidays just bring great sports traditions. We get to ignore our families and watch sports.
Yes.
And that's why you need Hard Rock Bet, not just because it's a presenting sponsor of our show, but because they make it easy to bet both pregame and live in just a few simple taps. You can hide from your family, just run in the bathroom, just a few quick ta-ta-ta-ta. And you right there.
Get your bet in?
Yeah, sign up today and bet $5 on any game. If it wins, you also score $150 in bonus bets, a winning bet, plus an extra $150 to bet with. Now that is what I call spreading holiday cheer, Mo.
Download the Hard Rock Bet app and make your first deposit today.
But yeah, as you were saying, right before the fight, Dave Chappelle announced that after the fight, he would be dropping a surprise special on Netflix.
Yes.
Unstoppable, I believe is the name of it.
You watched The Unstoppable, Rory.
I did, because I watched the next day.
Yeah.
I didn't stay up that late.
You watched The Unstoppable. I watched The Unstoppable act. I don't know what you watched in your home.
I listened to Nas' The N album.
Yeah. Which I never understood why they gave Nas so much shit about that too.
Yeah.
That's another conversation.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I mean? But Dave Chappelle's new special, what did you think?
Where to begin? The second half of that was, I wouldn't say some of the best stand-up comedy I've ever seen, but some of the best stand-up I've ever seen in my entire life. By far. And I hate to even do the comparison thing, but Chappelle is of that cloth of George Carlin, where so much of what is going on is funny, but it is very much political with a point of view.
Okay.
And that second act, even as he was going into it, this would be the longest closer ever. How he tied everything back to his original point throughout the 4 different segments he did in that second half was genius. Like, to write that out would be genius, but to perform it that way in that type of style was Chappelle is the GOAT. What do you say at this point?
Yeah.
The first half was very funny. Some stuff repetitive. I think Chappelle's trans jokes are hilarious. But any comic, at some point, let's just move on. But then, still funny in there, and Chappelle just likes to piss people off. First half was very funny. Few parts were a little dull, but that second half was masterful. I watched the second half specifically 3 different times. It's some of the greatest writing I've ever heard.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was very important. I thought, Dave hit it on the nose. His voice has become more powerful than he intended it to be. So naturally, I think that his comedy style has to change. When your voice becomes that powerful and your brand becomes that big, I think your brand and your style has to change a little bit. But it was entertaining. It was informative. I love the fact, like you said, the second half of it, his closer, how he tied everything together. The Man Act, in which Puff was found guilty of. He ties it all the way back to obviously Jack Johnson. Just the way he did that was just masterful. I think that Dave is one of the few comedians that can give us give us the mirror to look in as a country and as a people and say, these are the things that's always been around. These are the things that we've always had to deal with. These has always been our issues. But then find light and find humor in that. And I think that's what Dave did with his closer, the way he closed it with I Stand With Israel. Everybody's talking about that, but even that was very intentional.
Yeah.
And I think it just speaks to what Dave has been able to accomplish. Him talking about buying up all the property in the town in Ohio. It just speaks to what Dave is doing as a man, as a talent, as one of the greatest comedians, one of the greatest writers. He's been able to do some groundbreaking things and build his brand to a level where, he can do some incredible things on stage with just him and the mic. So I thought it was great. It's not the, knee slap comedy that people probably was expecting, but I don't think we should go into Dave Chappelle specials expecting that anymore.
But even like when he did his first Netflix deal, he did the George Floyd one, I think 7/13. He also did the one after HBO started streaming Chappelle Show, Redemption Song, I believe was that. It was very much like that in a much longer form of the stuff that he's been doing. But that second half, I mean, it like music and stand-up, like the classic greatest stuff speaks to the exact time of what's happening. Like if you go listen to Illmatic, what 1994 in New York City was like. Yeah. If you weren't there, you could just listen and now what that is. How Chappelle, like you said, put the mirror in front of us to how our society has become so hypocritical. He showed both sides, even to the metaphor of him buying up the entire Silver Springs, Ohio. This would be gentrification if the races were removed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he gives a perspective of even understanding the slumlords that gentrify. Like, what about that firehouse?
Yeah, exactly.
I understand. That's not my problem.
Right.
Oh, you can't afford that rent? I can afford it.
Right. Right.
It's just he's showing both sides. And I think a lot of comics and a lot of artists show one side. Even down to what we ended up cutting, Demaris, when it was a certain mass shooting we were talking about. And I said, Demaris, I don't have a conspiracy. I'm not saying I know anything that's happening here. This just seems fishy, which is fine. But the internet, myself included too, I am a hypocrite. We've become so much into the deep diving of conspiracies that, yes, some conspiracies are 1,000% true. Is there hip hop cops? 100%. Was Nipsey possibly targeted by hip hop cops? Sure. Did Nipsey also happen to be from a gang and maybe there's nothing really here whatsoever? The Dr. Sebi thing. Well, my man's also died from AIDS with Dr. Sebi. We've all just gotten so deep into this that sometimes the things in front of our faces just really is what it is.
Right.
Is Puff a piece of shit for beating up Cassie? Absolutely. Is that man act shit fucking nuts at the same time? Two things can be true.
Right.
Like that's what I got out of that entire second half.
Yeah.
Two things can always be true. If you go on Twitter right now, everything, no pun intended, is so black and white when we were raised in the gray area of things. And we've become so black and white on everything. Yeah. Puff and Big were definitely targeted by hip hop cops. Did hip hop cops know that Puff was beating people up? Yeah. They didn't do shit. Yeah, it's convenient that it happened this time.
Right.
But is Puff still a piece of shit? Absolutely. Two things can be true.
Yeah.
So that's really what I think I took from that entire thing.
Yeah.
We've all become hypocrites in our own brains about nonsense. Some things are conspiracies and some things are just, this is what it is. Sometimes Tupac punches the wrong Crip.
Right.
Was he also targeted by the FBI? 1,000%.
Right. Right.
So, I just thought he put it in the most masterful way of wording what's currently going on.
I thought it was
especially
great.
On Twitter.
I thought it was great. I enjoyed it. I watched it twice. Because, you watch it the first time and you're like, oh shit, that was dope. But then you got to go watch it again because I might have missed something. But it was a masterful class of just stand-up, storytelling, truth-telling, that I think only Dave can do in the way that he does it. I think at this point in time, it's probably stamped that he is probably the greatest comedian of all time. I mean, obviously, I grew up on guys like Richard Pryor and, Martin and Eddie Murphy and guys like that who are goats in themselves. But I don't know if they can do, well, they didn't. I don't know if they did, but what Dave has been able to do for longer when it comes to stand-up. A lot of those guys, once they cross over into film Hollywood, they don't really come back to the stand-up world like that. It's kind of like, leave that alone. I did that. I grew from that into, a movie star.
Yeah. Some people use stand-up to get to the sitcom.
Yeah.
And then it's,
Dave is not a movie star.
No.
I wouldn't say Dave Chappelle is a movie star. He stood true to being a stand-up comedian. Like, that's what I think his focus is more.
He could have just stayed on TV and did more sketch
stuff. If he wanted to do that, he could have did that. But even that's, that sketch comedy, that's a different type of TV.
Chappelle to me is a lot like Nas as far as the latter parts of their career, where they're already legends and could just go off into the sunset, open comedy clubs, do this and that, but are still putting out content at a higher clip than some of the younger kids.
Yeah.
Like, I love that Nas keeps, and some of them may not, Magic 3 may not be as good as King Disease. Like, sometimes it won't be the best. Like, The Dreamer, Chappelle's stand-up before this, I liked it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like there was moments in it, but it wasn't like groundbreaking to me. Chappelle could have easily had Chappelle Show, Killing Him Softly, For What It's Worth, did Sticks and Stones, and went off in the sunset, and Dave Chappelle would still be the greatest comedian ever. He's still, like, even from his deal with Netflix in 2017, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's put out 12.
Right. That's crazy.
Well, and some of them wouldn't say complete stand-ups like the six, like Redemption Song, this and that, but that's still to me a piece.
Yeah.
That amount of output, hosting SNL three or four times since then, like he's Nas to me in that regard. You could just go retire and you'd be the GOAT, but no one would ever say otherwise.
Nobody would question it. Yeah, nobody would question it.
I love that they're showing how how legends can age and still give us stuff and not be the disappearing act that most legends, rightfully so, are. Yeah, I want to retire. I don't want to fuck Eddie Murphy. No, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Like, I get that. You're a legend forever. But so that's why I'm like, thank you, Chappelle, that you're still so active at this age, already in GOAT status.
Right.
So I think that's something to be said as well for both Nas and Dave Chappelle. But yeah, I can't say enough about this special. It's
Baby D, what'd you think about it? Did you see it?
I haven't seen it yet, no.
All right, thank you for that, Baby D.
Yeah, no problem,
I'm gonna just check in with you every now and again, baby.
They weren't playing it at Code.
Yeah, they wasn't playing this at Pagola, Baby D.
No. But actually, I think it's funny. When I was just scrolling on my computer looking for more stuff on this special, Don't Call Me White Girl Mona says that she would like to do one of those, a stand-up comedy special. Do you think that she could do that?
I think Mona's hilarious. Stand-up's tough. I mean, I would say that for anyone. Stand-up is much more difficult than it looks. But Mona has amazing live shows. Like, I think that's something Mona could do. I think it would take practice like anything else, but
yeah,
Mona is great live performer. She's great on the microphone. She's funny. She has a great perspective. Yeah, I think again, it would just take time. I appreciate that, T.I. is putting out a comedy special, but he got booed at the Barclays a few years ago because this isn't that easy. I don't care how amazing of a writer, performer, articulate the T.I. is. This is a different monster. Standing there with just a microphone and entertaining people is one of the toughest things in the world.
Yeah, that's not something to play
harder
with.
than this right here. When you have to have a perspective, be funny with just a microphone at a bunch of people standing in front of you with a 2-drink minimum. Yeah, it's tough.
I mean, but then, also too, what people got to realize about a lot of this, when you talk about T.I. having his comedy special coming out, he probably had real comedians writing with him and helping him, kind of deliver that. Now, T.I. is a performer. He's a writer, he's a rapper, he's an artist. So the stage and the microphone is not foreign to T.I. Now, what he's doing with comedy is, obviously a different thing because you have to keep the audience compelled. There's not music playing behind you. There's not, things like that to kind of fill in those empty pockets. So, I mean, I'm interested to see what T.I. does with this comedy, but, you got to know too that he has real comedians helping him. I don't think he's writing all of his material by. So I would be very impressed if he is.
I mean, where do you stand? I guess stand-up is like music is so collaborative, but we always also say, like, when it comes to just straight up raps, we want the person that's rapping to be behind the pen. Yeah, I think collaborating on anything
comedy's always been different in that space, though.
I mean,
like the greats had writers. The great comedians had.
I mean,
writers.
I know Richard Pryor and Paul Mooney had some type of situation. I know there's always been, what's the oldest Wayans brother?
Keenan.
Didn't Keenan write something with Eddie before Raw or something? He's in the credits, I want to say. Mm-hmm. I know that's been there, but it's been not like confirmed that they were writing for the stand-up. I know some people said, oh, Keenan wrote that sketch that went before it. It wasn't like he was writing for Eddie. Mm-hmm. That's always been a thing with stand-up comedy. Like, that has to be your perspective. Mm-hmm. The same way you look.
No, the perspective can be yours.
Sketch comedy, screenwriting, movies, all that, of course, is a collaborative process. But I feel like the real stand-up comedians look at it the same way the real rappers do. Like, this can't be a collaborative thing. If we want to do a sketch together, that's fine. We want to write a movie together, let's collaborate. But your stand-up should be coming from your perspective and your thoughts.
Yeah, but Kev has the Red Cup Boys, right? Is that the Plastic Cup Boys? Plastic Cup Boys. A lot of them collab and kind of like the perspective as a comedian can be yours. But if I have funny friends that are comedians as well, they will then help me kind of like curate,
punch up some stuff. Again, I'm not saying Kev is any less of a stand-up because he has some of his friends help him out with it. I'm not saying any of that, but typically it's been that way in stand-up comedy, the way it has been with real MCs, real hip-hop type of thing. I feel like those two things have mirrored each other. Yeah. Where you can collaborate on a song, a hook, you can collaborate on a sketch, on a movie, but this has to be you. The verse has to be you. The stand-up has to be you.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know.
I'm sure comedians could teach T.I. like certain tricks or like, oh, that's a good idea. Here's a better way to go about it. I wouldn't be mad at that. That's just mentorship and everything, which I'm sure every stand-up has had. But
I don't want to put writers on him if he hasn't said that.
Listen, if this is what T.I. wants to do with his life, more power to him. I think. And no, I'm serious. Like,
I'm not. I'm smiling because I'm smiling for something else. Continue your thought.
I think it's when people clown people for going into other lanes. Like, what's wrong with trying shit? Isn't that the point of like being here?
Oh no!
If this is something T.I. is passionate about, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I want to go try that shit. I give him props.
It's just so funny.
I give props to Jake Paul for getting in a ring with a monster.
Yeah,
I think
you tried it.
It's so funny because T.I. seems like such a serious person. So to see him switch, I mean, granted, like I've kept up with him, his personal life and things like that because of his show. He had a very good reality TV show with his family, but he just seems to be such a serious person. So to switch and do like stand-up comedy is like, it's just such a totally different lane. So I can understand why people wouldn't take him serious, but he just got to prove him wrong. So
yeah, that's just tough though. Cause if I go to the comedy club, I'd be like, that's T.I.
Yeah.
Like, even if he's saying something funny and like is doing a great bit, I'm not going to get past that's T.I.
That's Rubber Band Man.
That's the hardest part for T.I., I think, through this whole thing, is people being able to differentiate between T.I., the rapper, the artist, and T.I., the comedian. Because no matter what, I'm looking at T.I. on stage.
Yeah.
So it's like if I go...
But he did great with acting. I never felt, anytime he's acted, that like, oh, that's T.I., which with some actors, I've felt that way. Like, I'm not watching this character, I'm watching...
Yeah, like, you know how hard it would be to go to a show and Jeezy come out and start telling jokes?
Jeezy's probably funny though.
T.I. is funny, but it's like, Jeezy, if you don't turn that TM 101 on and get to these, but fuck this comedy shit. Like, it's hard for those guys to transition into something. It's fucked up, but it's a real thing. It's hard to get people to love you for something polar opposite of what they already love you for. Yeah. They love you for rapping in certain bars and, that street shit. And then you come out here in the Barclays on stage in Brooklyn cracking jokes. Man, nobody want to hear that shit, man. It's tough.
I'm sure T.I. does respect, though, because he is such a great rapper and knows what it takes to do that as far as pockets, cadences, words, sculpting a verse. That's the same with stand-up. As far as pockets, as far as timing, as far as how we just watched Chappelle, how everything ties back together. There's an art to it. So I'm sure he understands that because he's a rapper. I just don't know if that's going to show up on
It's different, man. It's different with stand-up. You don't have that music. You don't have that energy. You know what I'm saying? Of the music behind you to support what you're saying. Stand-up, you write a bar and you get to the punchline and you like, that's hard when you say it with a beat. You get to stand up and you got a joke and you laying it out and you get to the punch and it don't punch like you thought. Bro, you got a long night. Mm-hmm. See, because you could have a whack bar on your verse, Rory, but when the hook come and the hook is money and the beat is hard, it's all good. Everybody's still dancing and what I'm saying? The energy is still up. As a comedian, you say some shit and that punchline don't hit like you thought in the dressing room. You still got 15, 20,000 people sitting out there looking at you. They 2 Hennessy's in. They're like, all right, T.I., go ahead and you don't know, turn the music on, nigga. Get back to what you do. Shut up and dribble. It turned into that quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm excited to see, T.I. kind of get into this. And now that he got his first special, I think it's dope that he's even at a point where he could do his first comedy.
That would be a funny bit, though, what you actually just said. Like, anytime T.I. starts to bomb, the DJ just puts on one of his records.
Just put a record on.
Gets the crowd back in.
Get the crowd back.
Like, all right, as I was saying.
Like I was saying before. Yeah. Because that's what they love you for. That's what they know you for. That's what you've built your platform on, is music. And again, we love trying things. We love to see people trying different things and being passionate about doing other things. You know what I'm saying? But, when you talking about stand-up comedy to me is kind of like boxing. You can't just play around with that.
No, I agree.
You got to go through the ringer. Like you just started doing comedy when? We've been going to the comedy club since we was 17, 18, going on stage, bombing, getting booed, all of that. And now with like a Dave Chappelle, where he's at in his career, that didn't just happen overnight for Dave Chappelle.
Well, that's the funny thing about stand-up. If you look at all the greats, it's not like music where typically the person is in their 20s, they're younger when they make it.
Yeah, they older.
Most of our favorite legendary comedians made it post 35 years old.
Right.
Some made it at 40.
Right.
Shit, Kev Hart, Seriously Funny was like, I don't know, his third or fourth, but he had been working for 15 years.
Right.
I think he was 35 when that came out.
Yeah. It's not easy, but
Bill Burr made it when he was old. Like, they grinded for 20 years before, and then they made it when they got older. Like, that's because it takes that long to get that good at that type of shit. Louis C.K. was old as shit when he made it.
Yeah, comedy is something. It's funny, but it ain't funny if you ain't funny. It's funny, but it ain't funny if you ain't funny.
You could also be you could be the most hilarious person on earth, and that doesn't matter with stand up.
Yeah.
Stand up is art. You could be funny as I think we're all very funny, and I also think we would all suck at stand up.
I had a friend who was like,
all of us it would take up years and years and years to get good at it.
I had a friend who was like super funny on the block. You know that one friend with like this nigga, and we all told him, yo, bro, you need to get into comedy. He was like, word. I'm like, yo, bro, like every time we out somewhere, you got the mic. You the funniest dude in the room. Like, you need to do something with that. Man, I ain't gonna lie. He did, what was it, BBQs? Remember when BBQs in the Bronx used to do comedy night?
Yeah, of course.
Nigga, we all went out to support the homie.
It's a different world, man.
He went up there, niggas that ain't never known was in the crowd, never seen this nigga before. They got it there. That nigga start getting into his bit. I said, yeah, maybe he not as funny as I thought he was, man.
You start drowning and just look in the crowd like, y'all on a date? Y'all on a date?
Yeah, that shit got
What's your birthday?
Bad. All you heard was like niggas like collecting plates and shit in the back. I was like, yeah. I said, yeah, it's time to go ahead and get him out of here. Don't never do that again.
I was watching a Pete Davidson interview and he was talking about when he started at a bowling alley in Staten Island. He was like, it sucked because every time you'd bomb, you would just hear like bowling pins. And it would just be dead quiet. No one laughing. And you just hear people bowling behind you.
It's
like,
tough, man. It's tough.
That's part of the game though, which is crazy too though, because like usually you can realize when your music career is not going to make it if you're trying to be a certain type of star when an age hits. Like not everyone's Victoria Monet where you can write and then hit your stardom a little bit later in your career. Mostly when you pass 28, it might be a dub for you.
Yeah.
Stand up, you're going to have that hope. Like, nah, all my favorites made it at 40. It'll happen for me. Then you hit 40 and you ain't making it.
It's tough.
Now you 40.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's just a risky career. Not everyone's T.I. that can just play the King album after.
What's the name of T.I. special?
Cheaper Than Therapy. We'll say T.I. is taking a risk though. First of all, you coming out in all leather.
That's Eddie.
You setting yourself up.
You can't do what Eddie do. Yeah, you can't. And it's the red and black leather.
You gotta know that my hour is hitting when you throw the leather on. It's like laying down on your album cover. Like you gotta know this is undeniably going to be fucking amazing.
You can't
mess coming out with the leather.
You can't mess with the powers of the comedians, with the greats, man. You can't wear the red leather.
And I know stand-up comedians that did 10 years before they ever dropped a special.
Yeah.
A special is hard to do, let alone just stand up. You coming out the gate with a special, like, Yo, at least hit a funny bone or a fucking improv.
And not only
special.
that, he dropping it New Year's Eve. I mean, Christmas Eve.
Maul.
T.I., I'm rooting for you.
Maul.
I'm rooting for you, but that's tough.
I went to bed knowing there was a surprise Chappelle special and said I'll get around to it. You think I'm stopping what I'm doing on Christmas Eve to go see T.I.?
Yeah, that's
I'm
tough.
gonna end up watching. I'm not here to hate.
Yeah, we gotta watch it.
But Christmas Eve?
Yeah, I don't know about Christmas. I might not watch it until after the New Year.
Everyone's gonna be home, but like, that's what, when the family shows up, like, yo, y'all wanna throw on the... I don't know if I'm listening to a new T.I. album on Christmas Eve. I don't know if I'm doing anything on Christmas Eve.
I'm gonna check it out though. We gonna support T.I., man. Cheaper than therapy, Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. He got the red leather on, so it's like, all right, you fucking with them comic powers. You know, the red, that's like the Batman suit. So all right, we gotta see what T.I. do.
Yeah. Before we get off music and entertainment, did you guys listen to, what's her name? Xanax Monet, the AI artist. You know, she was catching some heat from JD, Wale, Kehlani. So she got in the booth, laid down a very heartfelt diss record of how she got it out the mud. This shit felt like, you know, when they're doing the American Idol like auditions and then they like cut to their life story and like, you know, their mother has terminal cancer, their dad lost 2 legs in Vietnam, you know, they live under a bridge. This is how this AI artist was sounding. Like the world has literally just been on her shoulders with all this hate. Like she was talking from like Michael Jackson's perspective as far as being the enemy.
Is this something we have to talk about?
No, Mo, we don't have to talk about this. I mean, it is fuck this AI shit for sure. I just laughed that the AI artist started her diss off with, you went to the media first. Is that supposed to go on my hard drive? You're not a person. But you talk like a heartbroken. I cannot believe you went to, like Kehlani and fucking Party Next Door. Like that's how she was talking. How could you go to the media for? You don't exist.
Yeah, but you said that somebody wrote it though, right? Somebody actually wrote these lyrics?
I guess. Which is still like because of AI voice, but either way.
I'm just never, like, this AI shit is stupid to me. Like, AI artists, like, I don't even know how to even begin to have that conversation.
You don't have a real name.
But I mean, one of my friends hit me because I've told her about, you know, the dangers of AI and things like that. And she listens to this podcast. But she was like, yo, I'm not going to lie. I came across an R&B album on TikTok and I went and an R&B song on TikTok. She said, I went and listened to the rest of the album. She was like, Demaris, that shit is one of the best albums I ever heard. And then I come to find out that it's AI.
Then I'm not going to like it. The moment I find out it's AI, I'm not going to like it. My ears are going to hear different. I'm going to hate it.
I agree. But
how do you not know it's AI?
The rest of the world, because a lot of these AI artists don't sound like AI artists. They don't. And
a lot of real artists have tuned themselves up so much that it's hard to tell what's what.
I'm about to say, I just feel like I can tell at this point. Like when I'm listening to music, I know a real artist versus some computer generated shit that I'm listening to.
Nobody tells you how many random little charges hit you every week. 1 minute you're grabbing coffee. Next thing you know, it's a delivery fee, a parking ticket, and somehow you bought a plant that you don't even like.
Exactly. Life doesn't come with a budget app built in, but the Klarna card kind of feels like it should have.
It's basically your debit card upgraded. You use your own money, no credit, no weird fees, and you get to choose how you pay all up front, or you plan it out in the Klarna app.
Yeah, so you're still being responsible, just smarter. It works anywhere Visa's accepted, and there's zero credit impact when you apply.
Smarter spending, less stress. That's grown man budgeting right there.
Sign up for the Klarna card by downloading the Klarna app or learn more at Klarna.com/US/Klarna-card. Klarna card pay later plans issued by WebBank. Deposits in your balance account are held at WebBank, member FDIC. Anywhere Visa is accepted. Certain merchant, product, good, and service restrictions apply. Some merchants do not accept virtual cards. Physical card only included with a paid Klarna membership plan. Certain merchant, product, good, and service restrictions apply.
Okay, what happens when who's going to be the first AI artist to denounce the streets? Like which AI artist is going to put the flag down and get out the gang? Who's gonna denounce the Crips? Which AI artists?
Are there AI artists in the streets though?
I'm sure
coming from the streets. Yeah, I don't know.
They're committing AI like Sims type murder on Fortnite.
How do you feel about that though? Fuck the streets. 21 Savage. What he had?
Give full context.
Well, 21 Savage, he did he had posted some tweets.
Yes.
Calling for everybody, specifically in Atlanta, that was beefing, that wasn't really friends and fell out, calling for everybody to make amends, to get back together, bury the hatchet, all of that type of thing. The brotherly love, the things that we champion. We champion people, putting their differences aside and coming together for the better good of the culture, I guess. Mm-hmm. But in some of his tweets, the message was fuck the streets.
Well, Steve, some of them had nothing to do with the streets, more so like Offset, Quavo, you guys should just, be friends again. But then you got into the Gunna Thug thing, got into the Peeje thing, Peeje from QC.
Yep.
That did feel like, yes, goalposts should be moved and we should say fuck the streets. That is how it came across.
So he never actually said fuck the streets? I feel like he said,
Oh, it eventually got there? Okay.
Yeah, like it got to that, right? Yeah, like fuck the streets. So now, I understand what 21 was doing as far as like, wanting people from the city that were actually friends and brothers at one point to bury their differences and come back together and things like that. But I just think the wording was wrong, right? The wording, fuck the streets. You can't say fuck the streets because the streets are what gave you and awarded you everything you have right now.
And again, I'm asking as a civilian, is someone allowed to even dictate the rules that have been set there well before they were even born?
No. No,
I didn't know somebody could change the rules.
No, you can't say fuck the streets. And here's
a lot of people say, shit, I'll even put a name on it. Troy Ave was one of those people that said all the street shit, and then it's fuck the streets when you get caught. When the streets don't work out for you anymore, now it's fuck the streets. Mm-hmm. It was all this talk before, but once you get caught, now it's fuck the streets. If you never got caught, it'd still be the same shit, right?
Right. For some, yes.
Like a lot of people that do cooperate, you cooperated because you got caught and didn't want to go to jail, and now you're saying it's like, nah, I don't like that lifestyle. It's detrimental to the community. Yeah, while you're right, you'd still be doing it if you didn't get caught. Don't act like this moral high ground that now you're above this and it's wrong. No, it's wrong because you got caught.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Well, but that's what I was going to say.
And I'm not saying that's what 21 is saying in this regard, but I've seen a lot of people start saying fuck the streets after they got caught. It's a very convenient time. Some people really want to change their lives.
Yeah, some people
really do believe, hey, this is really ruining our community, and they would have a pretty good case about how it can. But you don't really care. You just got caught.
Yeah, you can't scream fuck the streets and still be in the streets. If it's gonna be fuck the streets, y'all niggas can't hang out at strip clubs no more.
That's not true.
That's not true. And again, I don't know. I'm not speaking as someone that knows anything about
the strip club is the streets. What y'all think the strip clubs is? The fucking library at Columbia?
No.
That's the streets. You know what goes on in the strip club?
There's street people at the strip club.
Yes, there's street people everywhere.
But there's also civilians like me and Demaris that go there and have a good time and go home.
And we go more often than the regular people. Like that.
Y'all are not saying fuck the streets.
I'm not in the streets.
Are you saying fuck the streets?
No, I'm not in the streets.
Have you ever said fuck the streets?
No.
So you can go to the strip club. Okay. If you're gonna say fuck the streets, you can't be hanging out in the strip club doing that. You can't do that. Not if you screaming fuck the streets. The strip clubs is part of the streets. I don't know if y'all know that or not.
No, I think there's street people in
people like the strip clubs, but the strip clubs don't have nothing to do with that.
You said the strip club don't have nothing to do with the streets?
No, what I'm saying is the strip club is not.
If it wasn't for the streets, the strip clubs wouldn't be a thing. Who you think is spending money in the strip clubs?
You can say that about a lot of shit. If you say fuck the streets, can you buy weed?
That's also not true.
No.
There's plenty of strip clubs that a street nigga wouldn't even walk into. People have been going to strip clubs for years.
Can I jaywalk?
Different thing.
Can I go right on red?
That's a gentleman's club. You got to tuck your shirt in when you go in those places. That's different.
You're not talking about hustlers on the West Side High.
No. You can go there.
That's controlled by the streets on an Italian side, allegedly. So that's still...
Yeah, but they not screaming fuck the streets though.
Until they get a YouTube show after they rap.
That's different. You cannot scream fuck the streets and still be hanging out in the streets. You cannot do it. You can't be rapping about the streets.
I agree with.
You can't be hanging out on the old streets on the block. You can't go and give out turkeys once a year.
Oh, that's corny. No, that's something.
It is corny to give out turkeys once a year. I agree with you. That's very corny.
No, I don't know. Let me clarify what I'm saying. you can still give back to your community and go and visit your community. When you know what
these fuck the streets,
you know what these people are saying when they're saying fuck the streets. You know what they're saying.
So it's not fuck the streets, it's fuck the street codes, fuck the street ideologies. When you say fuck the streets, that's saying fuck those blocks, fuck those avenues, fuck those corners where y'all getting money, fuck all of that, fuck the people that are still out there doing what they're doing. All right, so then you can't come here no more because you know what they still out there doing. So you can't come here and try to mingle and pick and choose when you want to be in the streets because all that giving back shit, that's just for public image. So you can't want to get your public image and make it seem like you giving back to the streets when it's fuck the streets.
How is that just for, I'm sure some people do things for public image.
A lot of rappers
but some people actually give a fuck about where they're
shit
from.
For public image. Why are we sitting there acting like it's not?
But let's not act like there aren't some rappers that we would never even know.
You giving frozen turkeys to niggas that ain't got nowhere to go cook it. What are we talking about here? That shit is for a look. That's a tax write-off. That shit is a look. We're not gonna sit there and play these games. And that's my point. You can't play both sides of this. It can't be fuck the streets, but then I want the streets to still fuck with me. I want to go back and give back to the hood because I want the hood to say, yeah, nah, he came through and gave us turkeys and all that.
So you're saying people can retire from the streets, i.e., let's use some of our favorite rappers. Let's go with a Jay and a Nas. Both people rap about the streets, but have clearly retired from that. Like they're not in the streets.
Right.
So you're saying
Jay will never say fuck the streets.
He did say streets is done.
Because of what?
Y'all killed, who was it? And not Zimmerman? Streets is done.
Y'all killed X.
X, that's what it was.
And let Zimmerman live.
Streets is done. He's not saying fuck the streets, but I know what
he ain't saying Nas ain't saying fuck the streets.
No, he's not.
Yeah, niggas just ain't doing what they was doing in the streets before.
I know, I just wanted to be clear with your point for our listeners.
Yeah, no, I'm being very clear.
Because there's plenty of people that aren't in the streets that rap about the streets.
But you can't say fuck the streets and still try to benefit off of street culture. You can't. That can't happen. It can't be fuck the streets because, your man was a rat. We knew he was a rat and we still fucked with him. And then now y'all caught another case and y'all fell out and y'all not friends no more. Fuck the streets. What? That ain't how that go. That don't go like that. If it's fuck the streets, all right, cool, it's fuck the streets. Now, I think what they meant to say was, we got to move past those ideologies. We got to move past that energy. We got to move past that type of shit. Now, I agree with that. At a certain point, you should be trying to elevate and get past that lifestyle. That's what this is about. This is about elevating and getting better and becoming a better person. But when you say fuck the streets, you got to remember the streets gave you everything that you have.
Okay, but do you think
the streets did not give him what he has?
Who?
He did not. You can make it out of the streets, which is something that's going against
give who what they
you.
have.
The streets don't give you anything. He didn't get his career from the streets. He created his career because he's a creative person. He might have drawn inspiration from his life that he had, but we're not about to sit up here and act like the streets is like the winning code to becoming a fucking successful or having money and having a family. That's some shit you got to fight through.
You talking about rappers?
Yes, that's something you still have to fight through. You have to survive.
Fuck with you in the streets before they fuck with you anywhere else.
Yes,
what are you talking about? You ain't gonna find none of these niggas that's gonna just got successful overnight and the streets didn't fuck with them and the streets didn't support them. You go to all of their shows, who's still in the building?
Okay, so you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. So let me clarify. Yes, obviously the streets have to fuck with you, but the streets did not give him anything.
You crazy as hell.
You sound insane. You sound insane.
No, you sound insane. You cannot say the streets didn't give these rappers nothing. What are you talking about?
What are you saying? Give? They earned.
They supported them. They gave them money. They gave them love. They gave them support. They pulled up on. They told the rest of the world, these is them niggas.
But
they speaking for us.
When
this is our
niggas
stories.
is saying fuck the streets, you're taking it as if he's saying fuck the people in the streets and not fuck. You literally know that he's talking about fuck these codes, fuck this bullshit, fuck all this shit that niggas
That's
be on.
what I just said.
Fuck that. No,
I said you can't say fuck the streets and still try to benefit and eat off of the streets.
But
that's
you're
what I'm
making
saying.
it seem like he's saying fuck the streets, people in the streets. He's not saying fuck the people in the streets.
I'm not saying he's saying fuck the people in the streets.
So when you're saying the streets gave him everything that he gave, the streets supported him, the people from the streets supported him. That's different. It's a completely different thing.
Well, you can't have the streets without the people, baby D. Will the avenue still be there? Yes. If there's nobody lives on that street, the street will still be there. The people are what make it the streets. The energy, the culture is what make it the streets.
No, but the streets that he's talking about, the people is not what makes it the streets. Shit that has been happening to us for years, and I hate to go super woke, but the type of shit that we've been fighting through and The type of shit that we've been fighting through is the reason why streets and ghettos exist. Are you understanding where I'm coming from? The reason that we're in these predicaments and there's so much poverty and there's so much violence is shit that has been happening for years. So when niggas are saying fuck the streets, it's talking about the results of that. Black people in our culture is not the streets. Black people in our culture, we'll persevere through anything. But the streets and the things that come from the streets because of what we've been put in between redlining, slavery, all types of shit, that's what comes with
It's simple as this. Fuck the streets mean fuck that mindset. Fuck that mindset that we've been taught from so young.
So if you can
let's grow past that mindset. So that's what I'm saying. Now, I understand what he's saying. I just think the wording was wrong. That's all. Because I get it. Yeah, like that mindset. I tell you all the time, Rory, like growing up, like I grew up in the middle of the hood. Niggas that lived in my building, some of the niggas doing triple life, never coming home. Some of these niggas is CEOs of companies. Great. We all from the same block, same area. We all had the same obstacles we had to, jump over and get around. We all had the same dangers that we faced just getting up and going to school and coming home from school, going to the store. So we understand it, but it starts in the home. What's the mindset? What are you being taught? What are you being fed? Do you have discernment? Are you a leader? Are you a follower? Are you going to follow your crew down this wrong path when you know they're going to do dumb shit when in your household, you know you're being taught that that's wrong? So you got yes, we're from the streets. We from that. We know what it's about. But now, do I choose to be a part of that? Do I choose to adapt that ideology and that street mentality? That's the difference. So when you say fuck the streets, it's no, fuck that mentality. Fuck that street mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I get it. I understand what you're saying. Fuck that street mentality. If you gonna get into the streets and be doing street shit, and then like you said, you get caught, you can't scream "fuck the streets" at that point.
Well, has 21 Savage been caught doing anything?
No.
Okay,
he said again, 21 is receiving flack, but it's more so like, so what he said. He reached out. He said, "Y'all niggas fix that shit. Y'all love each other, nigga. You knew Gunna wasn't no gangster when he told the first time, and we swept it under the rug for you. You know he wasn't trying to leave you to hang, nigga. Fuck the streets. We ain't get shit but trauma from that shit." So I get it. The streets, you done lost friends to the streets. You done lost family members to the streets. You done lost, all kind of things. But at the same time, streets supported you. You know what I'm saying? Streets told the world you was hot, you was dope when nobody else knew who you were. Streets bought your mixtape. Streets showed up to your first show at the local club, at the local strip club. Like, the streets supported you. The streets gave you that beginning. The streets gave you that story. The streets gave you that, the aura. But now that we're all successful and we have money and things like that, we need to come out of that mentality and do something else. And I think that's the message. Like, we can't stay in that mentality. We can't stay in quote unquote survival mode because we're not trying to survive no more. We've all been able to create a better life for ourselves. We all live in nice homes. We drive nice cars. We travel the world. So yeah, let's get away from that mentality. Let's move out of that. Fuck that mentality that we've been taught. Let's elevate, let's grow. But at the same time, you got to be careful with saying fuck the streets because, again, you're going to get people that are still there, that's still of that, that's going to look at you like, yo, what you mean? Because had it not been for that, your whole persona is not even a thing no more.
And I think where some people got offended by it is because, to Maul's point, you got everything from the streets put you on. You can't now move the goalpost and change the rules when it's convenient to you, because that's offensive to the people that are in the streets living by those rules.
Right.
Like, they're still there living by those rules, and now you're saying we're allowed to move the goalpost to get ahead. But to me, I see both sides of that, because to his tweet to Peeje did more for Atlanta than any politician anyone could fucking do.
Mm-hmm.
Peeje is a legend in that city and has made multi-millionaires out of so many fucking people. Is there some street shit in there that I don't know about? Some Atlanta politics that I wouldn't even comment on? Sure. So I think some people are like, wait, now we can move the goalposts? I didn't know we were allowed to do that.
Right.
And again, this is me outside looking in from the tweets and seeing people's reaction to it is like, nah, y'all are right. We should not have to go by that code because it's better for everyone as a community and our families. But it's like, nah, now we're doing that.
You can't learn
sitting down
and
that
grow.
are probably from from a lot of their circles that are doing football numbers that are going like, wait, we can say fuck the streets now?
And not only that,
but this is the thing.
Sitting down
you always
for 20
could
years because of this shit.
But this is the thing. You always could, but it takes a lot of courage,
like
and it takes a lot of strength, and it takes a lot of support from people that you have in your corner to be able to say fuck the streets. So yeah, I'm championing this shit because at the end of the day, I think it's nice for these kids that are coming up and making their decisions whether they're gonna go left or whether they're gonna go right to look and see their favorite rappers who have been upholding this street shit for so long to say, yo, this shit actually did nothing but fuck us up. If I could have did it differently, I fucking would.
You know what I liken this to, Baby D? I liken this to Black Lives Matter. Let me land it. When they were saying Black Lives Matter, right? I said I agree.
Josh just
no, like hold on. I said hold on. I said I agree. Black lives do matter, right? But I also move like Black Lives Matter. I don't disrespect people that look like me. I don't hurt people that look like me. I don't bring harm and things like that to people that look like me, right? The slogan, yes. So fuck the streets, cool. Growing up in the streets, guess what? I went to private school. I wore a uniform every day. I got joked on my block. While niggas was on the corner doing what they was doing, you know, I'm outside with a shirt and tie and some slacks on getting laughed at. But that's because I didn't want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
My family wasn't having it. My mom's wasn't having that. Nigga, you're not about to be here in the streets doing what you want to do, making those decisions. You're not doing that. I didn't scream fuck the streets though. I just moved like fuck the streets. I'm not a part of it. I'm not doing that. Now to what 21 is saying, his tweet is a little crazy because he's saying you knew Gunna wasn't no gangster. And we knew that he did bad the first time and we forgave him, we looked past it. So my thing is like, okay, so then why y'all lied to us then? Why y'all lied to the streets and made it seem like he didn't do bad and he didn't do that? Yeah. If y'all all knew that and still try to portray it like it was, you know, it was gang and it was holding it down and we the realest and all of that. But then you saying we knew he wasn't no gangster. So then why portray that? To eat off of that. To eat off of that aura, to eat off of that street energy if you knew he wasn't of that. And now that y'all are not speaking, because it's public now, we seen Gunna do bad and turn on gang and them. We saw it. It's no hiding no more. We actually saw it. So now that y'all not friends, it's, yo, fuck the streets. It's like, yeah, but you can't do it like that. Gunna, I'm not mad at this nigga running 5Ks in Central Park. This nigga done went completely. Gunna ain't even say fuck the streets. He just started moving like fuck the streets.
He just started jogging.
I'm getting healthy. I'm drinking green juices every morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting facials. I'm doing all of the things that say I'm not a part of that anymore. But he's still not gonna say fuck the streets because again, the streets gave him his start. It gave him his aura. It gave him his beginning. That's his origin. The streets. Now, if you saying I don't choose that lifestyle no more, I don't want to be a part of that, I don't want that energy, listen, I salute that. I champion that.
It's different versions of fuck the streets. Your brother and Jay said, fuck the streets, we want to go be businessmen. They're not saying
go be businessmen, but they ain't never said, yo, fuck the streets. Streets is done. Streets is a myth. This, that, and the third, because you go through things, you realize, wait, I'm the only nigga holding it down? I'm the only one that's abiding by the rules y'all told me from a little kid was in place. I can't do this. Don't tell on your friends. Don't do this. And then you become older and you go through these situations and you realize, shit, almost everybody telling. Everybody is not going by these rules. So why am I going by these rules? Which I think is what 21 was really saying. Like, them rules that's bullshit. No, niggas don't even abide by that.
Nobody lives by that anymore type,
That's what I really think 21 was saying. Like, yo, you know, niggas don't, because we looked past it. We knew he wasn't no gangster.
We already weren't living by that.
We already wasn't living by that. And that's my point. It's like, okay, but say y'all was doing it, because you know who Maul know? I know niggas that stand on that street shit. I know niggas that really is in the streets for real and they abiding by all codes. We ain't telling shit. We all take 25 to life before we tell on each other. I know people that's really doing that. They not saying fuck the streets because they really in the streets. They really doing that. But when you doing this double dipping thing, when you just want the aura and you want the dope boy shit on, the kid and all that, the whips, jewelry and the girls and all that.
The streets buffet.
When you want all of that, it's cool. But when it's time to go sit down and do 15 and you don't want to do that, it's fuck the street. That's where the lines get blurred.
I think to Demaris, because I agree with everything you said. To Demaris' point, Off 21 Savage's tweet 2P, look at the benefit when we did look the other way. In the overall long term, if you're looking at the bigger circle and perspective here, what Demaris is saying is like, yeah, look, those rules have gotten everyone fucked up. Look what happens when you do say, fuck that code. You do turn the other way. Now you have 10 multimillionaires that are supporting their families.
Yeah.
Based off some rules that no one else is even playing by.
Right.
No one's playing by it. So yeah, we should turn our back because then we also get Gunna, who I'm sure has supported hundreds and hundreds of people in Atlanta financially.
Yeah.
Gave people jobs. So I really see what Demaris is saying. And 21 did go on to say, I'm supposed to say, save the streets. We have to save the streets. We got to get all the bullshit, all the crazy killer shit out there and put love and the hustle back in the shit. I mean,
and that's cool.
I see the cleanup.
Listen, I fuck with 21. That's cool. But we also know that's a result of backlash from saying fuck the streets, right? But I understand that when I first heard him say that, I'm like, okay, I know what he mean. He gonna get killed for saying fuck the streets.
Yeah.
I know what he meant though.
It's so crazy the shit black people kill each other for saying. Like, look what you, then at the end of the day, it does need to be fuck the streets because y'all not getting shit out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, put the love and the hustle in, yeah, because sometimes you gotta hustle to get where you gotta go and there's violence that comes with it and things like that. But all this gang shit, being loyal to each other, but killing people that look like you, all that shit, it does need to end. And I don't give a fuck how long it's been going on.
Baby D, but here's the crazy part about it. It's so many people that don't be ever a part of the shit that are very successful from the same neighborhoods.
Yes.
So all of this shit is like, I get it. Save the streets, right? Cool. I'm for that. Save the streets, save the kids that's in the street, the families that are struggling. We need to support each other. I'm with all of that. But from the beginning of the time when it was streets and it was street culture and all that, there was people in them same neighborhoods that didn't have nothing to do with that was getting up going to school, getting up going to work every morning, getting up trying to, whatever they had to do to get out without getting involved in hustling and, all of that shit. They didn't do none of that.
Yeah, but some people got it. First of all, we know why, going back to why the streets even exist, some people got to do what they got to do to provide for their family. Some niggas is going homeless. Some people
Everybody got to do what they got to do to provide for their family.
Some people don't have parents in the home making sure they eat, making sure they go to sleep, making sure they go to school. Some people got to do what the fuck they got to do, which is fine, right? That is what it is. But with rap, it's become a thing where they're glorifying that life. This is not glorifying. Trying to get yourself out of poverty should not be glorified.
Now you're going into a whole nother part of the conversation and discussion. All right? Now that's a whole different tier we talking about when we start talking about hip hop culture. And what it glorifies, and what it magnifies and things like that. That's a whole nother discussion. Because if we gonna say fuck the streets, it's like, all right now, hip hop culture is of the streets. Hip hop is of the streets. It started in a park. 2 turntables and a speaker.
Yeah, but
it was the voice of the people in the ghetto.
About party, and it originally started about partying and dancing. It was not about violence and guns and drugs.
It was always violence in it because we in the ghetto. Violence was always a part of society, but we didn't glorify that.
And also, who do you think was funding all that?
Oh yeah, that's what I said. It's a whole. How much time we got, Pete? Because it's a whole nother conversation.
Who was funding all of that?
It's a whole.
It wasn't Universal Music Group. I'll tell you that.
So I love it, but at the same time, if it's fuck the streets, niggas owe 6ix9ine an apology.
Oh, 6ix9ine made a comment.
Niggas owe Charleston White a lot of apologies. If we at fuck the streets, because this is all Charleston White we talking about. Mm-hmm. When he got on there and was like, fuck Nipsey and all that, niggas like, whoa, he bugging. He like, yeah, but what's the difference when you niggas are saying we smoking on that Tuka pack right in front of his mother? You just killed her son and y'all saying, yeah, we smoking. What's the difference if I say fuck Nipsey and y'all over here screaming, yo, we smoking that Tuka pack? It ain't no black and white. If it's going to be fuck the streets, if it's going to be save the streets, then let it be save the streets. But we can't dib and dab when it's time for album time and we back in the hood and we back looking for the support of the people. If it's fuck the streets, we can't be on our albums and these songs talking about 17-5 and this, that, and the third. And we can't, if it's fuck the streets, don't glorify none of the street shit. Don't use that street shit to get your aura and all. Don't do none of that. If it's gonna be fuck the streets, you niggas better start sounding like Will Smith. You niggas better be in your rap sounding like Chance the Rapper. That's all I'm saying. Because there's a lot of successful people out here that's not rapping the street shit, that's not doing that. You know what I'm saying? They got some success, made a lot of money.
J. Cole.
J. Cole.
I mean, Kendrick to a degree. Drake, like, I mean, the big three is not street rappers.
We can name a few very successful. I don't know if all of y'all are as talented to do that, but I'm just saying, if it's gonna be fuck the streets and save the streets, which I agree with, save the streets. I'm down with it. I'm with that. But at the same time, when it's time to sell us something and it's time to do that, I don't want to see none of y'all that was saying that jumping back on the block and kissing babies and turkeys and cans. No, I don't want to see none of that, because all of that is for public shit. If you're gonna give out turkey, don't bring no cameras.
I hear you.
If you're gonna give back and build a community, don't bring no cameras. Just do it, because there's a lot of people that give back to the hood and the communities, and you will never hear about it.
Facts.
So let's not do it for show. If we're gonna do it, let's just do it. That's all I'm saying. So I'm with Save the Streets. I echo that, 21. So let's save the streets. Let's teach these kids another way. Let's stop putting this bullshit rhetoric in their head and making them feel like this is what you gotta do to be successful, because there's so many other ways. Let's start teaching these. Who the next one to what's it, NVIDIA? Teach one of these little niggas how to make the next, what is it, Peeje? The next NVIDIA box. Teach one of these little niggas how to do that. Let's make that cool.
I'm with you.
Let's teach the next little kid in the projects how to make the next Tesla.
Yeah.
Let's make that cool.
I mean, that's what Nipsey was actually trying to do.
So I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? But fuck the streets, save the streets, cool. But you can't use the streets when it's convenient. Yep. That's all. That's my point. Sorry, baby D. I ain't mean, because I know you got a headache and you hung over. I ain't mean to even get your blood pressure.
No, it woke her up.
But
that's what she needed.
Her blood pressure.
That was her Advil and water and greasy food.
About her blood pressure is what I'm saying. I don't want her blood pressure to rise. Sorry about that, baby D.
Oh, that would be the tequila and champagne. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, well, this will be a perfect point to maybe put a better help ad or something. We need to check on the greatest quarterback of all time's mental health.
Drake May?
Oh. No, he's balling though.
I bet.
Patriots look really fucking. Patriots look great. No, we have to check on the GOAT, man. We were looking at him for 7 rings, but what happens to our strong friend? He checked on us. He made
checked
sure
on the strong friend,
like,
right?
we gotta make sure that the GOAT is doing okay.
Yeah.
Gisele, the lovely Gisele, who was Tom Brady's ex-wife, got married this week, which Tom Brady posted on his IG story. A half selfie, just showing the chin in a hoodie saying Forever Young. And out of all the songs, he could have picked Forever Young as the song.
No, I don't think I think it was a video he posted.
Okay.
That's
it's a screenshot. I'm sorry, yes.
Yeah.
But the song he chose for some reason for that hoodie was the Logic Suicide Helpline song.
That's what Tom he be listening to on his free time? Shout out to Logic. Listen, I know his streams went up this week.
100%.
I know his stream spiked.
And then you got to think, that song's old. Like, did the number change? Numbers change all the time.
Yeah. Is it still in service?
Is that still the
in service? Is it still in service? What's the number? I'm going to call right now and see if it's still in service.
Oh, my God.
I just want to see. What? 1-800.
Yeah, but all right, but if this hotline is used the same way like 911 is, if you call, they answer and you hang up and they have your location, like, is a social worker about to come here? You didn't memorize it from the Logic hook?
You've reached the 988 suicide and crisis
sorry. Still in service. Shout out to Logic and Tom Brady. And anyone that is dealing with that, please call.
If you are a veteran or service member or are calling about one, press 1.
Don't press a button, please.
I was just seeing what
this is why BetterHelp won't have you.
I was just seeing what the options were. Like, that's all.
Good. And you also could just call 988 now. Like,
that is what.
Oh, that's it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, because if I'm thinking about committing suicide and I'm like, I'm not sure, that number would be kind of hard to remember.
Yeah, trying to figure out the numbers with the letters.
That would be my 13th reason.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
Figuring out the letters to the numbers, I'm not doing any day.
Yeah.
Let alone a suicidal day. But with that said, man, we think, is that just a coincidence? Tom, holidays can get rough for people.
Yeah.
Maybe Tom was just putting that out there for his fans. Like, yo, if you're feeling this way, holidays can be tough for people.
Yeah.
It just so happened to be the same day that his ex-wife.
What a coinky dink. Forever Young on the hoodie, Logic suicide prevention song playing in the back.
Or is he trying to show like I'm for every like y'all still doing that like that marriage shit?
I'm about to say,
don't fucking these hoes.
I'm not taking this like Tom is calling out for help, but I think Tom is happy.
I don't think Tom is happy at all.
Shit.
Why else would you put that song? Why would you put that song?
Cracking jokes, just being funny.
That's a wild joke as Tom Brady.
Just being funny. I mean, I don't know Tom personally, but listen, he seems like he has a cool personality. You know what I mean? He might be just having fun with it. Like, I know everybody thinks that I'm, so upset today because my ex-wife got married again and my world must be upside down. Oh, I'm thinking about committing suicide. What am I going to do? Am I going to kill myself? Like, and I could see Tom just leaning into that.
I also don't feel like Tom cares that much because he, instead of saving his marriage, he literally went back to the Tampa Bay Bucks to go 8-9. Like...
If y'all think
it was time to retire, and he went back just to go 8-9.
If y'all think Tom Brady don't miss his family,
no.
He sees his kids.
He's with his kids all the time.
Literally all the time.
Not his kids, his family.
He probably don't miss being married to Gisele. They probably still cool. Him and Gisele, like it happens that way. We're not married no more. We have a family, we have kids. Our kids are probably, they don't. I don't think they have little kids. Kids are probably at least all in high school, maybe at least.
They're not babies.
Yeah, like I think this is his second win. He's retired now. He's doing sideline work for Fox. Is it Fox? Mm-hmm. He's a part of. They gave him a crazy bag to do that. I don't think Tom Brady is. I think Gisele is happy. I think Tom is happy. The family is taken care of. Everybody's good. This is just for people like us who want to sit back and speculate and just think that Tom Brady is emotionally distraught that his ex-wife is now married.
I don't think you do this when you're cool with your ex-wife because all this did was draw attention to you when it's not about you.
It's gonna always her getting married again.
He could post taking a shit and it, like everyone's still gonna pay attention to Tom Brady.
The fact that she got married again is gonna bring attention to Tom Brady.
Gisele. We're not talking about like just some random chick.
Okay, yes. But this is would we have been talking about Gisele getting married if he didn't post this shit?
Or is this the classic sucker shit when guys say I'll kill myself if you leave me? Is he trying to get that line off?
No, because she left already. She just married again.
Nah, but there's still hope if you don't go to the altar.
Yeah.
Shit. If
now it's legally like
if you know, like I know, it's more hope after she leave the altar. She got what she want, and she can still come and get, you know what I mean? She still want to come see me on the weekend. She can still come see me too.
Oh, please.
That's her ex.
That's Tom Brady. They didn't see. That's what y'all.
Nigga, that's Gisele. Hold on, man. Hey, man. Well, we not doing that, bro. We're not doing that. Gisele ain't just some bitch who picked up off the street.
Any woman that would be next to her.
I love when Demaris, she thinks she's saying something. I love when she do this. Do you think it's easier for Gisele to find another Tom Brady or for Tom Brady to find another Gisele?
Oh, this is foggy.
You think that he's the most
do you think it's easier for Gisele to find another Tom Brady?
The supermodel.
Or do you
Gisele
think that is
supermodel? This is Gisele the supermodel.
You don't think Tom Brady could go get another supermodel today?
You don't think
if
she could have went and got another football player if she wanted?
There ain't another Tom Brady. What are you talking about? Who is the other Tom Brady?
Okay.
There's one Top Gun Brady.
What did that mean? Okay. And this is y'all thing because the things y'all admire about men that like
it's the same thing she admired about the nigga when she got married to him.
The things that get y'all riled up about men.
The same thing she admired.
And you can still be a shitty husband.
No, for sure. Whoa. I'm not saying you can't be a shitty husband.
There's only so much money in the world, bro.
Is it easier for Tom Brady to find another supermodel wife, or is it easy for Gisele to find another most winning fucking NFL player, greatest quarterback of all time?
I think if you go to 10 Super Bowls, you're allowed to be a shitty husband for a few years.
What does that do for her?
What does that do for her? Him, other than the money, what does that do? Okay, you're the greatest quarterback or whatever the fuck he is of all time. What does that do for her?
He's a great
other than the money.
Too.
What does it do?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what their relationship was like. I don't know what their issues were.
Him being amazing at his job outside of the money does nothing
that's
for
all we
marriage.
know about these people is their professions.
She's a supermodel.
She is one of the greatest models of all time.
She could have been a shitty wife.
Yeah. That's fine. That's also possible too.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, is it easier?
You can't find another Tom Brady. What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Is it easier to find another supermodel of a wife or another one of the greatest football players of all time? Which is easier to find?
All supermodels aren't created equal. All supermodels aren't Gisele. Respectfully.
And all quarterbacks ain't Tom Brady.
Okay.
There you go.
But their jobs have nothing to do with...
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to know why them lawyers were sitting at that divorce table for so long? Their lives have a lot to do with it. Right. Their income has a lot to do with it.
Let's put it to chance as a draft. do you have a higher chance of drafting Tom Brady, or drafting a Gisele?
Gisele. I live in Manhattan. I grew up in New York. There's beautiful women right now. If I go to Grand Street right now and stand on the corner for 10 minutes, I'm gonna see 4 women that look better than Gisele. Guess what I won't see walk past me? A nigga that could throw the football like Tom Brady.
I can go to every NFL stadium right now, and I couldn't find
every NFL combine where they've collected the best fucking football players in the nation and won't find a nigga that look like Tom Brady. Where they collected, where professional scouts have scoured the lands of America and looked for the next great one, and none of them will look like Tom Brady.
But okay, let me give some pushback. She is like the Tom Brady of her profession.
No, she ain't.
It's funny that you have to say the Tom Brady of her profession, which just gives more credit to Tom Brady. No one goes, Brady. When Tom Brady was beating the Rams for the first time, they weren't like, he's kind of like the Gisele of the NFL.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying to Baby D is like, I get it, you know what I'm saying? But just like
Gisele is a GOAT in her
just
own
like Tom Brady.
That's one of the craziest couples of all time.
No, for sure. Just like Tom Brady could have been a terrible husband.
Jay-Z, Beyonce shit, like that's crazy.
Gisele could have been a terrible wife. I don't know why they split. Like, I have no idea. I think it says a lot that, she married the trainer that Tom hired for her. If we want to go to personality traits.
It happened to Puff and Tom.
There we go. We just, it is what it is.
If your ex-wife was getting married and everything was cool, whatever, of course your kids are going to be there, but you're not going. Would you be texting in your kids' group chat, like, what the spread look like? I'd be trolling the whole time.
If what?
If my ex-wife was getting married, everything cool. Like, everything's cool. Yeah. But of course, your kids are going to go to their mother's wedding. You're not going. I'm texting that group chat all day. Like, nah, let me see what color scheme they want.
Nah, you can't be that dead.
Bothered.
No, but I'm saying, like, not in a serious, like, everything's cool. You happy for your ex-wife? Yeah, but that's like, I'd be joking.
But that's like when somebody says something in the group chat, they serious and they end it with LOLs. Like, nigga, you ain't laughing. Like, don't text your kids all day like, yo, what it's looking like while they at their mom's new wedding. Like, no, you can't do that.
Oh, crab cakes? Me and your mom had steak.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's like
only a chicken and fish option? You should have seen me and your mom's wedding.
Should have seen our spread. Took them 3 days to clean that table.
Yep. Y'all are so annoying.
All right, Rory, now before we get out of here, I am gonna say this. And this is just because it's Christmas time, it's Christmas week.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, excuse me. Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
No, just happy holidays.
Just happy holidays? No Merry Christmas?
Don't want to offend anyone?
Don't want to offend anyone. Okay, happy holidays. I do feel like, though, Rory, we may be getting a surprise album this week from a major artist. Don't know who.
Did they just celebrate the last day of Hanukkah recently?
Don't know who.
But also have a father from Memphis that doesn't celebrate Hanukkah?
Don't know who. I don't know who. I'm just saying, I think for Christmas, we're all going to wake up with a new T.I. special. and
we already know that one, though.
Yeah, the trailer drop. So I think we're going to get that, and we may be getting an album from somebody that we've all been waiting to hear from. No names attached to it.
Okay. Are they also going to be the host of the Hot 97 Morning Show?
Maybe. That may be part of the bundle.
That's the sickest bundle of all time.
That may
you
be
get an album and a co-host.
You get an album, and now I'm your co-host for the morning show at Hot 97. But either way, happy holidays. We hope you all are having fun. Be safe.
This ending is sponsored by Boost.
Yeah, the ending is sponsored by Boost. We hope that you all have a great time. We'll talk to y'all soon. Be safe. Be blessed. I'm that nigga. He's just ginger. Baby D's hungover.